Hi everybody, welcome back to Cat's Book Nook. Happy Merry Christmas Eve, however you celebrate. If you don't celebrate Christmas, I'm not sure what day it is for Hanukkah, but happy holidays regardless. This is going to be my weekly wrap-up video. I didn't get through as many books as I thought I would. However, I did end up picking up a lot of books this week. So we're going to start with the new books that I picked up and then finish the rest of it. Because I'm kind of excited about some of these. So let's just get started. So, I ended up leaving my keys somewhere, and Ray had to come rescue me and bring me my spare set of keys for the car. While I'm waiting for Ray to come, I found this at the train station, sitting on the rack where they have all the brochures and things. So I picked this up this week. I got 9 pages into it. It's not a bad read. It's kind of a little weird for me to actually like this book because I don't normally do. I don't know. I've always thought of Danielle Steele as being like Harlequin romance novels because it's kind of Hallmarkish, but the first couple pages weren't Hallmarkish at all. So I'll be kind of surprised at how this turns out. And then I went to the library on Thursday, and because I just happened to be looking at their for sale bookcases, found the entire Broken Earth trilogy. I got it for $2. Yay! Considering one of these is $16 each. Brand new. And they look brand new. Like, that is how they look. They don't even look like they've been read. So I got all 3 of them for $2. I was happy. My Christmas present to myself. And then library books. So, lots of library books. Nightlife by Rob Thruman. Supernatural, kind of Mercy Thompson-esque. Set in New York. And it's when the sun goes down. I don't know. I can't take the sticker off, so it's basically paranormal activity. So should be kind of fun. I found like book 6 or book 7 on a Bookshot email, and I wanted to check it out because it's $2, $3. Anyway, I wanted to check it out, but I don't like starting series in the middle of things, so that's the first book in that series. I had to pick After Alice back up again because I had finished all my renewals. We get 5 renewals at my library, and I wasn't done with it, and I was not paying the overdue fees that was coming along with this. So I got to page 167 out of 270 something, so I need to finish this week. Also picked up The 100 by Cass Morgan. This is part of my have people recommend books. So I need 20 people to recommend one book that they want me to try to read this year. I have 7 so far, so if you guys have one book that you would recommend to me, I'd greatly appreciate it, so that way I can add it to my list. Otherwise, I'm going to have to do another Facebook blast. Because, yeah, not a lot of people read my stuff. Oh, but yeah. So this is the first book in this series. I watched some of the TV show. Wasn't too impressed with it, but we'll see if the book reads any better. Found Stalking Jack the Ripper by Kerri. Not entirely sure how you say her last name, but you guys can see that. So, she wrote, this is her first book in her series. Then she's got the Prince Dracula book that just came out a couple months ago. I saw it, figured I'd pick it up. It should be an interesting read. Picked up Scythe by Neal Shusterman. Have not read him before. Have seen several booktubers talk about this book, that they really liked it. Thou shalt kill with no bias, bigotry, or malice aforethought. And thou shalt grant an annum of immunity to the beloved of those who accept your coming. Thou shalt kill the beloved of those who resist. So basically, death and what it means to be a death bringer. Should be pretty cool. Then I picked up If I Was Your Girl by Meredith Russo. Peter Likes Books mentioned this in his LGBTQ vlog that he did the other day. And I'd heard about it, I just hadn't picked it up. So, should be fun. Roar by Cora Carmack. I think the second book comes out in 2018. And it was somebody's anticipated read for 2018. So again, first book in the series. I don't start things in the middle of the series. Picked it up. Also picked up Us by David Nicholls, the guy that wrote One Day. I really like One Day. I think this was another Bookshot email pick that came through for me, and library had it. Picked it up. The last book I picked up this week was Ink and Bone by Rachel Caine. I think this is part of the Great Library series. Deborah Harkness had the first thing up at the top. I like Deborah Harkness. I've actually wanted to pick this book up, and I saw the third one either on a Bookshot email or a Goodreads email or something, but my library had them, so might as well utilize the library as much as possible. So it should be kind of cool. I don't think I picked up any audiobooks this week. Oh, yeah, I did. So I picked up Lonesome Dove audiobook. That finally came through. And then the Witchling audiobook came through too. So those are two books that are on my to-be read list for January, because I've already got books on my overdrive that I need to get through this week. And that's all the new stuff. Currently reading, I am listening to The Dark Prince by Kristen Feehan on audio. I think I've got 3 days left on this, and I am only like 2 hours into a 12-hour audiobook. I listened to it on 1 speed. I know that's really slow, and I could probably bump the speed up, but it's the comfortable listening speed that I'm good at, so I'm okay with that. I don't have my phone, so I'm not going to show you. I also have Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare that I'm listening to. We started it on the way to South Carolina last week. Didn't get through it, and I haven't finished listening to it because I didn't have my phone. And I also got wrapped up in another audiobook that I really, really liked a hell of a lot more than Lady Midnight. I have not read any of the Cassandra Clare books. Lady Midnight's not too bad, but I can kind of understand maybe a little bit of why it might not be the series that I go for this year in 2018. But if I get through it, I get through it. If I don't, I don't. I'm not worried about it. And then also currently reading. So I put this on hold several weeks ago. It finally came through. Super excited. You can see where I'm at. I'm not that far into it, but it's really good. It's not the Bear and the Nightingale level of good, and mostly because I've been doing other stuff like Christmas stuff and wrapping presents and getting gifts and everything that goes along with Christmas. It sucks, by the way. As an adult, I think Christmas is one of those holidays where you get super, super stressed out about buying gifts for other people and making sure everybody's got what they want or what they need. And we've gotten to the point where we get stuff throughout the year when we want it. So it's very hard to buy for our family. So it's been kind of a stressful sort of week. And with everything that happened last week, yeah. So currently reading, fantastic. It's very interesting how it goes directly from the end of The Bear and the Nightingale, fast forward to an event that's going on. I really, really want to finish this book today, just to see how Vasya and the Frost Demon end up, because I can see the connection that's going on right there, and I hope it turns out the best for both of them. Even if they're not together, I really, really hope. And yeah, so currently reading. Sorry, I'm super excited because this just came out this month, and the fact that I am able to read it through my library is fantastic. So, yeah. So, sorry. ramble with that one over. Books that I did read this week. So I got through The Rat Queens Volume 3 and Volume 4. I've already returned those. I finished listening to Something Borrowed. It was a cute kind of, I don't have to really focus on it book while I'm sitting in the office trying to get stuff done. And it was what it was. I think I gave it like a 4-star the last time. I gave it a 3-star this time. I don't remember why I liked it so much, but this one, The Girl Before by Rena Olsen, holy cow. If you guys like Paula Hawkins writing, this is really good too. It does go back and forth between past and present in a way that adds to the story. And there are authors that go back and forth and it doesn't add anything to the story. This one does. If she'd have written it straight through, I think it would have detracted everything that this story actually did. Very good. I would call this a psychological thriller-ish book, but very well written, very well told. There are a lot of triggers in this story, so it's like Criminal Minds meets Paula Hawkins back and forth. I loved it. I thought it was one of the better reads that I've had in the last few weeks. So, yeah. One book that I returned, not totally wanted to, but because I didn't have my phone and I couldn't return any of the audiobooks that I had, I ended up returning Stormfront by Jim Butcher. That is back on my holds list. But that's the only book that I returned unfinished, unless you want to include After Alice, which I ended up picking back up. So that's this week's weekly wrap up. Sorry for all the rambling. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday, and I will talk to you guys later.